Hey everyone, if you guys are new here, my name is KaSandra. I am the witch, author, poet, and performer of Magic of Eden. And if you guys are returning, hey family, welcome back to your sacred space. I am always excited and happy to be in your space, and I wanted to get right into this video. I just want to let you guys know that this message really is simply just an encouraging message, because I have been hearing the word integrity a lot. Like, that word has been coming through so much for me for the past few weeks now. And I know that it's not just about me. I know that that message is meant to serve you guys as well, because I do feel that we are moving more into a space where we are starting to show up more in the world. And I feel that there is a massive shift going on our planets. And I also do really feel like Spirit is calling us to move towards community and really honor who we are. We are becoming more aware of the things that are happening outside of us. And we are also establishing more sacred connections with our neighbors, with our friends, with our family, or whoever it is that is meant to be in our lives. And I really do feel like Spirit is saying to keep your integrity, or show integrity. Now I'm going to go ahead and pour myself some coffee, because I have some messages to share with you guys. So let me go ahead. That is so good. Yes. So I have been doing a lot of meditating, and a lot of reflecting, and a lot of self-reflection, right? And the more aware that I become of myself, because yes, I am still learning like anyone else who is here, and I'm noticing how strong of a connection that not only I have to myself, but that I also have to my cosmic family. For me, in my own personal life, I know that there is always, or I feel like there is always like this slow and steady stride towards whatever my goal is. And I'm noticing that there are moments where I feel so defeated, and I feel like, damn, like, when am I going to get my break? Spirit just keeps telling me integrity. I noticed that the less time I spend on Instagram, the less time I spend on these fast-paced, fast food type of vibes on social media, I'm noticing how much energy it really does take to actually show up on YouTube, how much energy it takes for me to be consistent and things of that nature. And I'm noticing that there are people who can say hak toi and get famous. And this is no shade to no one, right? Like, I'm not shaming anybody. At the end of the day, you got to do what you have to do to make your bag. But at the same time, it's people like myself, and it's people like my neighbors, and, you know, people like those that are around me who feel like they just can't catch a break. And I really do feel that for those people who feel like they're not catching a break, or that they're slow to success, I want to take a moment to tell you to pause and unplug from the things that are happening outside of you. And the reason is because as we progress and move into more of this digital age, into more of this AI age, there seems to be a yearn or a need for us to connect with each other in a very deeply spiritual way. And as we start to shift more into our internal space, into this void, we start to realize and notice just how bizarre and just how much of an illusion things are. And I feel that as we wake up, and as we progress in our own lives, and as we go within to really find out who we are, we start to see everything that we are not, that is happening outside of us. And this is in the form of people, this is in the form of things, of habits, and whatever it is. And these things start to show face. And what I'm getting a feeling of is like, I want to vomit. This is symbolic for us wanting to throw up everything that we've been consuming as we step more into our purpose. But as we step more into our purpose, this means that we are being called to simply detach from all the things that we believe that we knew about ourselves, from the things that we knew about each other, as we step more into purpose. Now, the beautiful thing about this is that as we step more into purpose, we are coming to the realization realization that we ourselves are the actual purpose, right? They're coming to understand that the more that we reflect and the more that we know who we are, we can then show up in that form, and we can then step into that vibration, and us vibrating as such will attract the people, the places, the things that are truly meant for us to support us along our journeys. With this integrity, I do feel that there are so many things that are being brought to light right now, and there are so many people being exposed. I feel right now that this is a time where there's like this scale that is being evened out, and for whatever reason, I'm hearing the word judgment, and I'm seeing the judgment card in tarot. And judgment is all about going back and seeing what has been done. This is the final calling, is what I'm hearing. This is something that is life changing. Judgment is a call from the divine, and it asks for you to really think about everything that you have been through, everything that you have done. It is a spiritual review. It's like you turning in your spiritual homework, if for lack of better terms, right? It's you turning in everything that you've done, your paperwork, your whatever it is, to see, is this truly in alignment with you? Have you truly learned this karmic lesson? What is it that you are doing? Are you actually ready to progress and move forward in your life? This is something that is life changing. And if whatever it is that you have done along these years, or that you've done along the weeks, or whatever length of time it is in your life, if you've done things that are favorable for yourself and for others, then you will start to step into the world and reap those rewards. However, if you have been doing things that go against your purpose, that have been going against humanity, that have been going against balance for the world, then you will start to see that show out in the next phase of your life. So I do feel that with this judgment here, those who have no integrity, or who do not show integrity, meaning that who these people are showing themselves to be outside this on the surface level, if they do not act this way away from the light, that is going to come to the surface. And the reason is because there is a balancing that's happening right now. There is an equilibrium that needs to take place. And as a result of that, those who are on top, those who are shown out in the forefront, if they do not have humanity's best interest at heart, trust and believe, they will get canceled. And as we move further along in our journey, and as we evolve, we'll start to recognize the fact that we truly do have power, and we need to direct that power, and we are directing that power to cancel what we know goes against the collective unity, right? And I really do feel like if you are someone who feels like they are not seen enough, if you feel that there is no room for you, if you feel like you've been doing everything that you possibly could to be seen, Spirit is saying that as long as you have your integrity, that the unseen sees you. And it is when you do what you need to do behind closed doors that is going to matter, because at some point, even if you think that no one is watching you, best believe that somebody is watching you. And as long as you have integrity, you have nothing to worry about. You have nothing to hide. And that is what makes the experience so amazing, because when you don't have anything to hide, when you don't have anything to worry about, just see how seamless life gets. Just see how easy it is for you to just simply show up, because you don't have to put any of your energy into concealing these different things about you. So that's the reason why Spirit is saying that there is a need for us to show integrity. We have to. And also, what I'm hearing is the word influencers. Those influencers who truly do not care, who only want to influence you to buy from them, to support them, right? In a way that is selfish, right? Now, don't get me wrong. I understand that there's a need for us to be selfish, but I do feel that some people fall into the trap of becoming selfish at the detriment of someone else. Now, we are using our selfishness to not only support ourselves, but to support our family, but also to support our friends, to support our community. Because as we step away from governments, as we step away from the powers that be, as we step away from these systems that were put in place to harvest our energy, we are starting to see just how important it is to have community. Community is where we are going. Community is where we are headed. And if we have integrity, this means that we are trustworthy. We are showing that we are trusted, or that we are trustworthy enough to even show up. And the more integrity that we do have, the more that we show who we really are, the more that we show what we're here to do and step into our mission, the more that we create this bond and this trust between us and our soul tribe. So if you are someone that feels like it is a long road to your success, I want you to remember that time really is just simply an illusion. It keeps us trapped here, and we sink into it too much. If we are working for time, then again is a form of enslavement. But if we make time work for us, then that is what true freedom is. But I want you to remember, integrity is where it is right now. Continue to move forward. Continue to show up in the best way that you possibly can be, because again, just because you think that someone is not watching does not mean that you are not being watched. There are people who are supporting you in silence. There are people who want to support you but don't know how, because they themselves have not stepped into a place where they want to be seen. And so the best way that they can support you is by watching you. And when they are comfortable enough, then they will come out and say, you know what? I've been watching you for this length of time. All right. And I really do trust you. And I love the message that you give, because it always brings me closer to myself. Now, when you start to show up in the best way that you possibly can, you are going to create a ripple in this universe, and your presence will be felt cosmically. So I want you to remember that Spirit is saying for you to show up, to show integrity, because there's something about you that the world is ready to see. And I love you so much, and I love you enough to tell you that this world needs more people who are in their sovereign way of being. When you show integrity, it means that you are able to stand on your own, and you are able to stand in who you know that you are without feeling threatened by anyone else. You don't need all these other things to define you. That success and these things don't define you, but success is just simply a byproduct of you being yourself. Integrity is going to carry you a long way, because those without integrity, that foundation is starting to become uprooted because it wasn't built with anything real to begin with, right? Integrity is one of the realest things that you can use as to support your foundation. Okay? You are a very impactful individual, and I want you to trust yourself throughout your journey, because I do feel that more than likely you are somebody that more than likely has struggled with who they were, because you were so different, and because you constantly go against the grain, because you constantly go against what you know is not good for you and what you know is not good for humanity. That integrity is going to take you a long way, because that means that you are showing up in your highest capacity. You are showing up as a being of light who actually is meant to shine their love amongst the multitudes of the world. And your integrity is what's going to be your staple. That is going to be a massive and a great part of your character. Integrity is how you continue to align with your purpose, and how you continue to align with all things that are great and all things that are divine. And your integrity is what's going to make you stand out amongst other people who feel that they have to create this character that they don't even align with in order to make it in this world. Your integrity is what's going to lead you to fulfillment, should you allow yourself to trust yourself throughout your process, and know that just because you are a very integral person does not mean that you are not worthy of making it. You are so honored. And as long as you remember how honorable you are, how amazing you are, and as long as you know that you have everything that you need to be successful, that you will make it in this world, and that you've already made it. You're just waiting for the rest of the world to catch up. You're waiting for the rest of the world to see how much integrity that you can show. Authenticity is going to get us to this next stage of evolution as a collective. And the more that you show integrity, the more that you contribute to this mass awakening, to this massive shift in consciousness for all of us, and the more value that you add to not only yourself, but also to your soul tribe. I love that message. And I really do hope that whoever needed to hear that it helps them in some way. I know that this message really wasn't as uniform as my other messages typically are, I guess. I know that these messages, they were just kind of coming in, you guys, like for real. I just wanted to come on here without any structure and just kind of give you guys what has been on my mind, what I've been meditating on, and what I've been feeling, because I know that there is someone out there who needs to hear this right now. So thank you guys for sharing space with me today. I'm going to be going live at 7 p.m. EST tonight to share this testimony that I want to share. And I'm actually thinking about making that into a YouTube video. I'm not too sure yet. I think I might actually. It won't be today, but I will formulate a video around this testimony that I have to share with you guys. So if you guys need anything from me, you can visit me online at KaSandraTurner.com. You guys can also hold my hand over at Magic of Eden on Instagram. That is where you'll see that I give intuitive messages. That is where you'll see that I give like little witchy tips and things of that nature. And, I'll teach you how to work your magic. I'll also be bringing more of that kind of content onto the YouTube channel. So let me know down in the comments if this video helped you, or if you feel that there is anyone that needs to see this, please go ahead and share this message with them. Go ahead and give this a thumbs up, and also subscribe, because I am going to be creating more content in hopes that it helps you along your journey. And I will catch you guys in my next video.